Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at a tool called Stream Avatars. Now, I promise it's something pretty amazing to turn your viewers from just people watching into people playing. So we're going to break it all down. What it is, who it's for, and the big question, is this whole gimmick actually worth it for your channel?
Okay, so let's start with a problem every single streamer has. How do you get your audience really, truly involved? How do you take them from just names typing in a chat box and make them feel like they're actually a part of the show?
And that question, well, that's at the heart of the streamer's engagement challenge. We're talking about that silent majority, all those people who are watching but not typing. Getting them involved can feel like a real uphill battle.
Yup, this is what some people call the silent viewer problem. The goal is to create something more than just a chat feed scrolling by. You want to give your viewers a way to be seen, to have a real presence right there on your screen. And that is exactly the problem that Stream Avatars says it can solve.
So, what if there was a tool made just for this? Well, that's where Stream Avatars comes in. Let's take a look at what this thing is all about.
So what is it really? Well, at its core, Stream Avatars is basically just an interactive overlay. But what it does is pretty cool. It puts a little character, an avatar, on your screen for every single person who's watching. So they're not just a username anymore, they're physically on your stream, ready to get involved.
And the good news is this isn't just a Twitch thing. It works with all the big platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Trovo, and DLive. So odds are, wherever you're building your community, this is something you could use.
All right, now for the really fun part. What can you and your viewers actually do with these little guys? Because this is where the fun and the chaos really begins.
See, your viewers aren't just sitting there looking cute. Oh no, they can use chat commands to make their avatars punch each other, drop bombs, and even challenge other viewers to a one-on-one duel. And, even better, it hooks into currency systems from places like Streamlabs and MixItUp, so you can literally have people spend their channel points to cause mayhem. It completely gamifies the whole experience.
And maybe the biggest selling point here is the customization. You're not stuck with some default characters. You and your viewers can get creative and make your own avatars, your own equipment, and custom name tags that fit the whole vibe of your channel. It can make your stream feel totally unique.
But, and this is a big but, it is not all fun and games. For this to be a real, honest look, we need a serious reality check. Because nothing's perfect. And this tool, well, it has some pretty significant downsides we have to talk about. So let's break it down. The pros, they're pretty obvious. It's a super unique gimmick, it's a fantastic perk for your followers, and it's incredibly interactive. But on the other side of the coin, the cons are serious. We're talking high resource usage, some surprisingly limited permissions, and a few features that just feel kind of forgotten about. I really want to focus on the biggest issue, though, because this next point is a potential deal breaker for a huge number of streamers out there.
And here it is, the big one. According to users, if you're streaming from a single PC, this software could potentially use 100% of your CPU. Let that sink in. 100%. That means dropped frames, a laggy stream, basically a performance nightmare.
And the problems don't really stop there. The Steam Workshop, where you'd hope to find tons of community creations, is apparently a ghost town. The permissions are also really basic. You can't do simple things like give your subscribers exclusive avatars. And here's a weird one. It puts everyone on screen, even your lurkers who just want to watch quietly, which might make some people pretty uncomfortable.
Okay, so if you've heard all that and you're still interested, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Before you even think about buying this, here are the technical details you absolutely have to know.
First up, it's Windows only. If you've got a dual PC setup, you might actually need a whole separate Steam account for your streaming rig. And for Mac users, it's even more of a headache. You have to mess around with window capture and chroma keying. Oh, and for everybody, you can't use Steam's family sharing feature with this thing.
And just to be crystal clear, these aren't suggestions, these are hard limits. Especially if you're on a Mac or a dual PC setup, you've got to know these workarounds are going to be part of your life if you use this.
Now, with all those warnings, I get it. You might be a little hesitant. But wait, here is a fantastic, totally actionable tip. You can basically give this a no-risk free trial using Steam's refund policy. Just buy the software, test it on your stream for under 2 hours. If it wrecks your performance, or if you just don't like it, you get a full refund. It's that simple.
All right, let's bring this all together. We've seen the good, the bad, and the technically complicated. It's a really cool idea, but it comes with some serious performance baggage. So the final question is, who is this actually for?
Here's the bottom line. This might be for you if you have a powerful dual PC setup or a monster of a single PC and you are just dying for a really unique community gimmick. But you should probably avoid it if you're streaming from a single mid-range PC. You should definitely avoid it if you're on a Mac and want an easy setup. And honestly, you should avoid it if any kind of performance hit to your stream is a deal breaker.
Ultimately, it really all comes down to this one question. Is the promise of turning your viewers into this little army of tiny, brawling characters, is that awesome idea worth the potential technical headache? Is a little bit of on-screen chaos the secret ingredient your stream has been missing? Well, that's something only you can answer.